Hi, I'm Christine McKay with Northridge Publishing, and we're here today with Tatia Meyer, the editor of Bead Trends Magazine. And it's always so fun for me because every month Tatia picks some of her favorite pieces from the magazine, and you bring them and you share and talk a little bit about them.
I've told you in the past, it's kind of fun to prepare to come and do this. I've complained a little bit, I stress over being on the camera, but I love to go into the office and go through all of the jewelry and find all the fun things that I want to say about different pieces that people have created.
Well, I'm really excited. This is our September issue, and I'm kind of sensing some fall, some earthy colors in this issue, and I want to start with this one right on the end because that pendant is just so eye-catching.
I love this piece. Let me pull this over here for you. Fall is definitely in the air, and I cannot wait. So I brought lots of things that speak to fall today, and this is actually in our Falling for Fall section. And I love it. I love this beautiful ceramic pendant. I love the colors. I love the use of this chain, and I just thought that the whole thing just came together simple. It's something that anybody could really put together, but makes a really great piece.
Now, the ceramic pendant, is it something that you purchase, or was it something that the designer handcrafted?
There are designers that make pendants or make different things to put in their jewelry. This piece was actually purchased by the designer from another designer, in Etsy or another shop like that. And all that information you can find in the supplies listing in the back of the book. So if you're interested in finding a similar pendant or you really like this look, you can see who created that and where to find it and get one of your own.
And that's one thing that I love is that the magazine lists all of the resources. So like you just said, if you want something similar or even, exact, you can follow through and purchase those items.
You can learn how to make the pendant or you can purchase them, that's right. And this next piece we have to talk about, the designer actually created that pendant, and I love this piece.
Okay, I'm just, the green beads are catching my eye, so let's talk about this.
Okay, I want to pull this one out here. These green beads are beautiful. I love the use of the colors, it just still speaks to fall, but the thing that really intrigued me was this gorgeous pendant. I don't know if you can tell, but she's actually purchased a bezel, and then she's used jewelry clay, and she's stamped into the clay. If you see that little leaf, she's stamped into the clay, and then she's actually used just a brass ball chain and curved it around the stamp. She's put it inside the bezel, baked it, and then over the top of that she's used a UV resin. Then gone back and created a snake of clay, created the design and created the designs out of the flower or the leaves out of clay, and actually handmade that entire pendant. I was very.
That is amazing.
That was beautiful.
And I love the look that the epoxy has, because sometimes, typically, for me, when clay jewelry that I've noticed, sometimes it can kind of have like a dull finish unless you, paint it with a metallic finish or something. But with that epoxy or UV resin over it, it really just makes it just glossy and just pretty.
It is beautiful. I love all sorts of jewelry, and I love kind of the things that look eclectic or different or not quite perfect unfinished. But when I saw this, it looked, really, really well done and didn't look quite as handcrafted, but that's kind of what drew me to it as well.
Okay, so I love reds. They're just my favorite. It's always like if ever in doubt and I need a little pop of color, I always throw on some red. And this is just such a fun red color because it's almost like a burnt orange, or I just love that one.
I love this, and I don't know if you can see like a theme going on, but what I've noticed, the trend is that people love focals and focal pendants. The three designs we have right here have focals on them. They don't always have to be completely symmetrical. Sometimes you can have on a necklace and wear them on the side, or they don't have to be symmetrical, but they all have focals. And I loved this one. This is actually a focal that the designer created herself, Molly Alexander, and she also loves to do this wire work, and so it's so much fun.
And I love the different looks. I mean, you kind of have this chain. What is it? Is that a chain linking, or?
This is your brass chain and your enamel. And then you've got your glass beads, and you've got your wire.
Loving that. What are those called? Is there a particular name for it?
This is like a horseshoe link, and she's hand created it. You've actually used a heavier gauge wire with a lighter gauge wire that you wrap around it and and form that.
I love that. I think that one's a really fun one. So let's talk about this last one right here, these just really fun copper earrings.
I always want to bring something that's just really simple so that anyone who just wants to jump right in can create. And for fall, I thought those were so much fun. They're just really just simple wooden beads in 2 different colors with a bead cap that has that acorn look to it.
Yep.
And she's put them on there and created those earrings, and they're just, you could make them in 5 minutes. And then really feel like you're in fall.
We love that. Tasha, thank you so much for stopping by today. One of the things that we always talk about is the special feature in this magazine is the Jewel School. And you were going to talk a little bit about an upcoming tutorial that we have on that.
In this very issue of Jewel School, we actually have a project of information created with Friendly Plastic by Jana Yui, and we will have an upcoming video giving a little bit more information, so showing you some of the steps and how she's actually created those designs, and so you'll want to watch for that.
Okay, so stay tuned to learn how to do that firsthand, and until then you can pick up the latest issue of Bead Trends Magazine, step-by-step instructions on how to create some of these items, as well as all the resources. And if you don't already have a subscription for it, you can go to northridgepublishing.com and get one today.